What's going on, people, and welcome back to Torpedoes and Tarantulas, where today's video is a bit overdue. For any of you who are expecting critter videos, I hate to burst your bubble, but this one's not about that. We're going back to the beginning today, and the reason I started my channel, and we're going to do a cigar review. I know there's quite a few of you out there who've probably been waiting for some of these because you don't really watch my channel for the other stuff. That's cool. So for everyone who loves cigars or is interested in cigar reviews, stay tuned because that's what we're going to be doing. Some of you may not have been keeping up with me on the other side of my channel, so we'll do a little bit of an update on myself as well, and we'll just sit here and talk and have a good time and enjoy this cigar. So let me go get my punch, get this thing cut, we'll get ready, we'll get back, we'll do a cigar review. Alright, so the cigar in question today is from San Cristobal Cigars. I've done a couple of reviews on San Cristobal. San Cristobal cigars were founded in 2007, I believe, and they have racked up quite a pile of awards on their cigars. This particular blend here was released in 2013, was the third release, I believe, from San Cristobal Cigars. This is the San Cristobal Revelation, and I'm going to apologize in advance for how shitty my camera is because for some reason it will not focus, almost like I'm videoing from a 2005 BlackBerry or something, but whatever, so bear with me. Most of you who know cigars probably already know San Cristobal and know the beautiful artwork on the band, first of all, but just the exquisiteness, really, of the blend. I haven't had a San Cristobal that I've been disappointed in, so this one promises to be pretty good. So starting off, this is the San Cristobal Revelation. This is the Legend. It's a 6.2 inch by 52 ring gauge Toro soft box press, as you can see, not sharp corners but soft box press, milk chocolate wrapper, barely visible tiny veins, no seams to be seen there. Really nice construction. On the outside, there's a light sweetness, just a generic like cane sweetness, and a little bit of black pepper. And then, of course, as with any well-kept cigar, those woody aromas, especially cedar. So there's some cedar, some black pepper, a little bit of sweetness. And on the foot, richer aromas, of course, naturally. A lot of earthiness with a mild cocoa. Really nice. Pretty light draw. And the draw is right down the middle of the road, not too firm, not too loose. And I'm getting a lot of like hay. Something on the back of the tongue. Pepper's starting to kick in a little bit, so I have a feeling when we first light this there's going to be some pepper in it, but I have a feeling that the pepper is going to die down really quickly. So let me update you on myself whilst we toast this thing. Since the last time I did a cigar review, I've probably since then changed jobs, better pay, but less time to do stuff, mostly because I'm on the road. I don't work super hard a lot of times. It's just a lot of the traveling, and then when I get home I'm tired and I don't want to do things. But a couple of months ago I decided to try to make a boyhood dream of mine come true, and a friend of mine was going to help with that. I was going to get a motorcycle. So I took the course back in April, got my motorcycle license, and then I started paying on this motorcycle from this friend of mine and riding it. Let's get to the light, and I'll get to kind of what we're going on here in the beginning, and I'll continue with the story. Very nice draw on this cigar. A lot of woody cedar notes right up front. No pepper yet. So far pretty mild, but plenty of flavor. But it's a lot of woodiness, really. And then a little bit of that hay sweetness I was talking about coming in there on the end of the finish. And then a slight pepper tingle coming up there at the end, but not much. So I'm going to get a few draws into this, and then we'll come back. And wait a minute, I'm supposed to continue with my story. So let me get another draw, continue with my story. So when I started riding the bike, it was in less than 100% operational mode. There was an issue with the rear brakes, but I took it on, and I was just so excited to ride that I learned how to ride without rear brakes, basically. And I was pretty good at it. I did it for a couple of months, and I went out for a ride one day. Was on the home stretch, almost home. Came up to a sharp 20-mile-an-hour curve. Had shifted down into second gear. Went into the curve, and then target fixation. I locked onto the edge of the roadway on the outside of the curve, which just completely dropped off. So that's what I was scared of. And I just drifted right towards it. And then right before my tire went off of the edge of the roadway, I hit the front brake, just in panic mode. And it dumped me. I rolled, popped up, couldn't move my right arm. Long story short, went to the emergency room. I fractured my shoulder blade on the right side and 3 ribs. That was a 5-week healing process. Finally got back to work. I've been busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest at work since then. A few other changes going on in my life that we'll talk about later. Maybe life's good right now, so I figured I would do a cigar review, and hopefully you guys would enjoy it. I'm going to get into this thing a little ways, maybe think a little bit more stuff I could tell you about, and we'll see where this goes. Alright guys, so we're about a third of the way into this thing, and the performance, construction, everything so far is just absolutely flawless. You can see how razor sharp that burn is. That nice, tight, white ash. Y'all know me. I like my big, tight, white ash. Absolutely phenomenal. Pretty mild cigar so far. Very smooth, which is, of course, synonymous. Smooth is synonymous with San Cristobal cigars. It's on the milder end for people who like those. Again, the draw is absolutely perfect. You know, it requires a little bit of effort. It's not effortless, but it's not too tight to where you heat up the cigar trying to keep it going. So it's performing really well. Mostly a lot of what I'm getting is what you would kind of expect out of a cigar like this. A lot of the a lot of woodiness, some cedar, a little bit of oak, some hay, a lot of those plant-based earthy tones, if you feel me. There's a lot of what I'm getting. And then on the end, there's a little bit of like a coffee bean thing, and then a little bit of that pepper tingle at the end. So that's how it's going so far. Back to me. I laid up healing after crashing my bike, all the while working on it and fixing it up. Long story short, I've got it fixed, got rear brakes on it. I've started riding again, and I ride much better when I've got all the proper safety equipment. So I'm really enjoying it. That's kind of what's been going on with me up to this point. So we're going to get into this thing a little ways, about the halfway point, and then we'll come back. Don't go nowhere. Alright, so I got to point this beautiful tight ash one more time here before I leave y'all alone for a minute. Then we'll get to about the halfway point and then see what we've got. But man, I'm telling you, San Cristobal, beautiful ash. They go together like fine wine and cheese. Alright, so here we are around the halfway point, still performing beautifully, burning beautifully. We're not going to get into the ash anymore in this video. Flavor-wise, not much change except for the fact that everything has gotten deeper, darker, richer, and stronger. A lot of that woodiness, but the coffee is really starting to kick up and take over now, to where on the finish, I'm talking 30-45 seconds after the last straw, the finish is like that aftertaste from a sip off of a good black dark roast cup of coffee. If you don't like that type of coffee, then get over it. You know, you don't need to be drinking coffee, whatever. So that's really the flavors I'm getting so far. Profile is about a medium as far as flavor. Strength, little to none. Pretty mild to medium cigar as well. So really enjoyable stick. We'll get down into the end of it and then see what we've got at that point. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Alright, so here we are coming into the final third of the San Cristobal Revelation Legend. Not much change in performance, still performing beautifully. Flavor profile, again, it's the same, just kind of has kicked up. Strength and body at this point are a medium, so anybody in the milder bodied cigar range would like these. It's really enjoyable stick, very well made. And I've really enjoyed this thing all the way through. It's not in my everyday wheelhouse, but I would have one of these every once in a while. This would be a good cigar to have with a cup of coffee if you're that type of person. But it's just been a lot of that woodiness, that coffee, and then the pepper, but everything is kind of kicked up in the last since the halfway point or so it's just kind of shifted gears but didn't really change profile. So it's a good consistent stick, very smooth, very enjoyable stick. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed smoking this cigar and having this time with you, and I'm back on the mend and I'm doing well, so no need to worry about me anymore. Quick shout out, I want to give a shout out to Rebecca, Dusty, and Vicky. And for all the rest of you out there on the tarantula side of my channel, always got stuff in the works. Everybody on the torpedo side, guys, if you want to see more cigar review videos, or if you want to see a review on a certain cigar or something, let me know. If I'm not doing videos, maybe creep over and lurk on the tarantula side of my video. Check out a video over there, drop a comment, say, hey, I enjoyed that video, now how about a cigar review? That's all I've got for this video. I hope you did enjoy it and you find it informative, not informal, excuse me. Hey guys, take care of yourselves and each other. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. Share this video with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day or night wherever you are. God bless.